What is up, Panhandle Nation? Today we are out here at Fort Pickens Beach. I'm out here on the surf around the Langdon Beach area, and today I'm going to be walking up and down all of this surf, trying to see if we can't catch anything. It's currently Sunday. The tide is at high tide right now. It's actually going back down to low tide, and it's really hot out here. I haven't seen much, but we're going to see if we can't catch any flounder. I got my jig over here, and I got some stuff for jack, trout, bluefish, redfish, all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna see what's out here in the surf today, and we're just gonna walk along this beach. And all right, guys, so I caught absolutely nothing out at the surf and way down at Fort Pickens. So now I'm all the way out here. You can kind of see the ranger station right there. That's about where I am, and house and stuff over there. So right here, I'm gonna be flounder fishing now. Got a little jig right here, and that's what I'm using to catch flounder on. Ladyfish are jumping like crazy. There's tons of them all out here. I had a few bites for ladyfish, but now I'm just gonna switch over to flounder, work it kind of more slow and kind of relax. All right, guys, I got my little lure right here. Little lure right here. Throw it out here, work it nice and slow. They're popping right out over here. We're gonna run down here. They're popping like right here. I think it's just ladyfish, but oh yeah, right here, right in front of me. And look at them popping right here. You can see them all out there. They're all out there, just jumping up and down, way out, right around that area. Man, walking along. What in the world? What is this? Whoa, this is huge. Whoa. Is that a redfish? Oh my gosh, this is a huge redfish. Wow. It's just a big old dead redfish right here. All right, well, some of them are popping still ladyfish. I'm just gonna go back to flounder fishing because they're just not biting right now on this jig. What is up, Panhandle Nation? Today I'm going to be showing you how to clean and cook a flounder that I just caught from the beach the other day. So we're going to be going out there and I'm going to be cleaning it right here behind me at my truck, and I'm going to show you how to clean it and cook it. Alright, so I caught this just yesterday, and I went and I placed him in this big bucket of water. He's 16 inches. And I placed it in here. As you can see, all this stuff is like kind of coming off of him. That's why I place him in the water, because they get all that mud and gunk off. So this right here is a Gulf flounder. Now, there's two types of flounders. There's a Gulf flounder and there's a southern flounder in Florida. But this is the Gulf flounder, and you can see it's got 1, 2, and 3. It's got these 3 black circles. That's how you know it's a Gulf flounder. And these are very common right now. It's currently July, and July and August is a really great time to catch them, and I caught them on a little jig about that big. So I'm going to teach you guys how to clean a flounder. Alright, so this is all you're going to need to sit here and clean the flounder. I got my fillet knife right here. I got my hose to wash it off, and then I got the flounder. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be doing, guys, is that I'm going to scale him right here on the front, and I'm also going to scale him on the back. Now, most people think, oh, you can't really scale the back, but you actually can. And this is very important for flounder because if you get this wrong, it'll taste like mud because they lay in the sand and they get mud and sand all up in them on their skin. So you have to skin them and get all the scales off. I'm just gonna kind of just start in the middle, and you can see I can get all the scales off right here. Just continue to scale all the way down. I got this side done, and then I'll flip it onto this side, and I'll get this side. Make sure you get all the edges as well, because there'll be scales on that part. All right, and then I'm gonna flip them over, and they have all of this right here. Maybe you can kind of see in the light. There are very tiny little scales all up in, and that's what we're also gonna do. You can see them flying off right here. Most people don't think they have scales here, but they definitely do. And they are nasty, so you gotta clean it very well. All right, as you can see, I've got this side done right here, and you can kind of tell whenever you've done the scales, you'll be able to see the pattern a little bit more, and then now I just gotta flip them around. And I'll come back this way on this side. All right, now, whenever you finish it should look like this. That's what it should look like when it's done being scaled. And then the water is extremely dirty. That's what the water should look like right there. It should look very dirty. If it's muddy, that's a good thing, because that means you're getting all of the mud out. Most people cut the head like in a V shape, but he says if you trace right here around it and you go all the way around like a little circle, just like that, that is the perfect way to fillet it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Cutting all the way down into it, lifting up the little fin right here, straight down into it, just like that, and making that circle like he said. Then once I do that, I can kind of just cut through. You gotta have a really sharp knife, by the way, to do this. Very sharp fillet knife. All right, and then I can kind of just twist the head off right here. That's what it should look like, all the way around that little, it should look like a circle. Now I am left with this, and there's some guts and stuff. Just pull the guts out. And he said that the best way to do this, you wanna just, this meat right here, where the guts would be, that is not good to eat. So he said if you just cut down, or you kind of just stick your finger or your knife, stick it out like this, and just dig straight out, you'll see that if you poke it all the way through, that's where you need to cut it right here. It should look like this. So then cut it like that. Now it's kind of open, I can see where I need to cut it out. He said just completely cut this off, that's the best way to do it. Then I'll just cut this right here, we're not gonna be using it along what I just cut. Now I am left with this. Should look like this, a straight thing, and then here's all the blood, and I'll just take that out real quick. We don't need that. Now, my uncle said that this is the best way to cook it, is to simply cook it whole. He said leave the bone in, you don't need to fillet it. If you want to fillet it, you can. I'm not gonna be doing it, I'm gonna do like how my uncle wants it. All right guys, about right there, I went ahead and I put it back in water. So I'm gonna let it sit here for a few more hours, and I'm gonna go fishing. And then when we come back, I'm going to bake this in the oven. All right guys, so we're back at the house, and right here I have my beautiful flounder right here. I'm gonna go and take it out of the water that's been sitting in and just run some quick water over it, rinse it off. All right, now I'm just gonna take some paper towels and just clean up all the water. That way it's nice and not soaking wet, just like that. All right, so now that the flounder is mostly dry, I went ahead and I got a nice pan right here, and I had some parchment paper, so I'm just gonna lay it right here. For today's video, for today's cooking, I'm gonna be using lemon pepper seasoning, Old Bay seasoning, mayonnaise, and butter. All right guys, so right here I went ahead and I got 3 pieces of butter, and I got my mayonnaise right here. So I'm just gonna mix up some mayonnaise and get about a little bit more than that, and just smear all over the flounder. So what this is actually going to do is it's going to make it moist. And it's way better than using any kind of oil or anything like that. So, all right, that looks pretty decent to me. Pretty much just smear the butter as well. I might not even need 3 pieces. I might just put on 2. That will melt evenly all over the flounder. I'll just put that throwing back. All right, now that we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and put some lemon. Actually, no, I'm gonna put the Old Bay seasoning on first, right here. Old Bay, just put a lot on it. Just shake it all over. All right, that looks pretty good to me. And then now I'm gonna put on the lemon pepper seasoning right here. Looks about good. And so this is what it should look like. It should look like this right here. And then once the butter melts, it'll be all good. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and set my oven to 400 degrees. And then once it's done, we'll put it in. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take out the flounder. Ooh, it's looking really nice. So I actually ended up cooking it for 23 minutes, and that is what it looks like. You can already see how it's flaking off right there. It's kind of hot. Yeah, it just sticks right straight through it. Now there is the bone in here because I cooked it whole, but that's okay. We'll just be able to peel that back. So I'm gonna let this cool off, and then we're gonna do a little taste test. All right, guys, so right here, I got a few little flakes of the flounder. It's white. It came out really nice and tender, and got some tartar sauce right here. Just gonna take a little bite of that right there and give it a little taste. Oh my gosh, best recipe ever! The Old Bay and the lemon pepper and the mayonnaise. Oh, mayonnaise is pretty beautiful. Y'all gotta go try this right now. Y'all gotta go try this on your next flounder. Let me know how you guys think about it in the comments, and be sure to subscribe.